Hi, this is Ricky-san. I am Pi Consultant. In this video, I'm going to show you a picture and explain what's in Aviva Proving. And I was in their booth and they show me this architecture diagram, which get me interested because I like to see how they are able to collect the data, how they analyze the data, how they generate dashboard, right? So this is a picture I took in the Aviva Prove It, and they have a booth there, and they don't go on stage, present an hour. I think they are bronze sponsor, which actually Corano was talking about. They should be going in as a gold or silver sponsor next year so they can go on stage because their solution it's good, it impressive, and um, it impress Walker which is from 4.0 solution. So talk about this diagram. I'm going to go through thing component step by step here. So on the bottom here we have virtual factory, different virtual factory here, and as you know, devices can get the data, like expose the data through OPC UA, right? It could be from a database, right? And it could be from MES, Manufacturer Execution System, as well as ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, right? And those data all are going to be unified to this Hive MQ. They call it Enterprise Message Broker, which is a MQTT broker. This is from a vendor called Hive MQ, and they provide very good, scalable enterprise software for big manufacturers, so that millions of devices can connect to this MQTT broker, right? Very scalable solution. So all of them, all the data from Walker Reno, send it to the unified namespace, that what they call here. They utilize HiveMQ. And then the vendor, right, like Aviva, like Canary, all of them are going to connect the data, get the data from their MQTT broker right here. So the rest of the stuff on the screen are Aviva products, maybe except the top here. So I'm going to talk about start from here because it makes sense for me to talk about historian first. So the Aviva Wonderware historian can collect the data through MQTT from the HiveMQ MQTT block, right? It makes sense. You can just make the connection, interface it with MQTT, and then it makes sense to be able to send the data to connect from Aviva Wonderware because they are in the same company, right? If they don't make it connect, then why is that called connect, right? It shouldn't call connect. Also, the other way to get the data from HiveMQ MQTT broker will be through the adapter, right? The adapter could just get the data directly to connect. And then the reason why we have a Viva system platform here is because they mentioned they want to push some data back into HiveMQ so that they can showcase, oh, we have analytics. We can do analytics, push it back, right? Then this is here, that's why. And then to collect the data from MySQL, which is an open source database, they use Aviva IT Connector. I remember um, there are on-prem report versus the cloud reports. The cloud side and the on-prem side. So on-prem they can generate reports and also dashboard. they call it visualize and analyze. Right. So this is the on-prem solution. Here, Aviva just want to showcase they can connect to many different SCADA system DCS through this Aviva communication driver. So it's not only OPC UA or MySQL or MQTT, but more, right? I think the only disadvantage I would believe is Aviva don't really have anything to connect directly to MES system or ERP. I think that's why they utilize a MQTT broker, which is an open source protocol. And to just talk about a little bit about this MQTT broker, right? Very lightweight, and message could go into this. And once everyone publish the data to this MQTT broker, this become a real-time data hub. Everyone can go into this Hive MQTT broker for any data real time. It doesn't store data like the historian. If you want to store the data, then you will need the historian. But in this case, just the real-time data. So everyone who wants the data could tap into this MQTT broker. And talk about the cloud side, it can create dashboard, reports, right? Push the data to different cloud provider like Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or to the AI, can do find patterns, right? So it just tells you this has the ability to push the data to the cloud, so you can do whatever you want, right? But it also, if you utilize Connect, it can do aggregate, historize, contextualize your data, or do some analytics. You can build dashboard, some AI assist, right? I remember you can just type in what is the situation with Opto, and they were able to tell you, okay, their max min average is this from Opto, because Opto have published their data to the MQTT broker as well. That's Aviva prove it, and they have successfully proved it. They have showcased both on-prem and the cloud, which I like. My thoughts about this is like they have impressed 4.0 solution, and they would come back again next year. I think I will come back again because there's so much to learn, so much new software to learn from here. And then as an integrator, you would be able to find better solution for a client. So I will end here, but in the next video, I'm going to talk about the 5 question 4.0 solution asked Aviva. Those are critical questions that many vendors couldn't hesitate or scared to answer. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I'll see you next week.